when I teach palm strike or slap these days, I like to start with a warm-up drill. The first warm-up we do is actually simply to clap hands. You want to do this in a cupped manner. This teaches the student to have a slight cup to the hand. Their hand is relaxed and it's stiff. And it keeps the back of the hand in line with the forearm bones, which is very, very important on the strike. You don't want them to try to do a palm strike with their hand bent back like this, because it can bend back and get hurt in combat. The next drill is, again, another warm-up. He has his hands out like this, palm like that. All I'm doing is from here, just dropping onto his hand and touching my far hip. My feet are flat. The turn comes from my hips. My knees are bent. And it's just the body weight of the arms. I'm very deliberately telling the students to strike very light and just let gravity strike down or bring your hand down. Very, very light, deliberately. The next step is going to be here. The back of my hands are on the inside of his. His hands are lined up with his shoulders. We're square. Our shoulders are lined up. I'll go and take, say, my right hand, strike. I finish my step so my right shoulder is lined up his right shoulder, and I touch my left shoulder. And then we go back to the center, and I'll strike my left hand. The right hand drops, strike, go to my shoulder, back. Then we go forehand and backhand. So I'll strike, take his hand out of the way. There's the backhand. After the backhand, I go to my weapon and guard again. So we're up, I'll strike, I'll trap, I'll slap, and I'll go for a draw, then back up on guard. So on the left side, right hand drops down, I slap, I want to line up right side to right side, and then my right hand is going to trap, then I go back to square, and that's my backhand shot. Now, then we go into more dynamic drill where he's attacking me and I'll counter attack him. Start off with calibrating your strike. So, for instance, I'm going to do a technique on him that attacks his left ear. What I want him to do is bring his palm up, and I'm very, very lightly going to start calibrating this 10% power, 20%. And his job is to tell me, all right, Bill, stop at 40%, whatever it is, that he can deal with that. What I'm doing is I'm having him put his thumb against his shoulder. The arm is locked in here pretty solid. And touching your shoulder means that I know where my hand is. He knows where his hand is. He raises his shoulder up, protect his jaw, and the hand is protecting the ear. So I just slap in there, and his job is just say, okay, Bill, 40% is enough. All right, now stop at that point. Then he's going to throw a jab. Let's say we're doing something from the Obsidiary di Mano. I do a backhand slap and a forehand slap. I'm going to hit downward, and then I'm going to turn my body to 90 degrees and cover. So you want to get a dynamic, like pad work in here instead of just holding pads. I'm working off of the timing of a slap or attack, a jab in this case, and I slap and I push. You don't want to get the students in the habit of simply standing there and absorb a hit. Because if you train them to do that, then what they do is they see a strike coming into the body and they just tense up. And if there's a knife coming in, they end up getting stabbed. So you want to start the next phase after just basic pad work. As you deal with the strike, I want you to come into the proper distance, hit the proper target, right? And then we'll start doing things where, say for instance, if I do that to him, he comes in, and then practice blocking the target and getting a parry. And that's the kind of the phases we use in our slap set in the beginning stages. Thank you.